She had a rough start. A child of rape, born into poverty, a victim of racism and abuse, and later abandoned, Eartha Kitt didn't look like she would do much in life. 1927 in South Carolina wasn't welcoming for a mixed-race little girl. Her mother was of Cherokee and African descent. Her father was rumored to be the son of the owner of the plantation where her mother lived. Eartha's mother went to live with a black man who refused to accept Eartha because of her relatively pale complexion. So, Eartha was raised by a relative named Aunt Rosa, in whose household she was abused. Eartha ended up living with a close relative named Mamie Kitt in Harlem, New York City, where she attended the Metropolitan Vocational High School, later renamed the High School of Performing Arts. At age 16, she got a break by joining a dance troupe and spent the next 5 years refining her skills in this group. She knew the value of learning and kept refining her dancing talents. She learned to speak 4 languages: German, Dutch, English, and French. Doing what she could do with what she had and learning were the main reasons that she kept rising in life. I will unwrap 6 key reasons for her resilience later in this video. She had a unique singing voice and looked for opportunities to perform and record in the late 1940s and early 1950s. Her singing career got traction with the hits Let's Do It, Champagne Taste, and her most recognizable hit, Santa Baby, which was released in 1953. She would eventually sing worldwide in 11 languages, a tribute to her commitment to keep learning and doing her best with what was in her control. Her film career took off when, in 1950, Orson Welles gave Kitt her first starring role as Helen of Troy in his staging of Dr. Faustus. Throughout the rest of the 1950s and early 1960s, Kitt recorded, worked in film, television, and nightclubs, and returned to the Broadway stage. But in 1968, her career took a hit when, at a luncheon at the White House, she made anti-war statements that offended Lady Bird Johnson and created a backlash in the United States. Eartha was right, but what did she do? She focused on work in Europe and Asia. Her work in TV, film, music, and activism continued until the end of her life in 2008. What made her so resilient, such a cultural force after such a difficult childhood? The answer isn't easy, but we can see 6 keys to her resilience. First, she focused on what she could do. She could sing and focused on developing that talent from an early age. She could dance and did what she could to develop that skill. That was a theme that continued throughout her life. Second, she loved to learn. She spoke 4 languages and would eventually sing in 11 languages. She kept learning her entire life. Third, she believed in herself. Despite rejection, abandonment, and harsh criticism, she embraced her uniqueness and decided to be her strongest advocate. Fourth, she had dreams and passions and pursued them. Nothing came easy to her. But she had a point on the horizon that kept leading to opportunities. At 16, her dance skills found their way into a dance troupe. That opened the door to other opportunities to show her off her singing talents. With confidence, she opened the door and made the most of those opportunities. So can you. And fifth, it's important to note that she had a strong support network. She had fiercely loyal friends, fans, and colleagues who appreciated and respected her. Sixth, those who knew her said she practiced gratitude and forgiveness and sought to speak love and joy to others. Can we do the same and get similar results? I suspect the answer is yes. Try it and let me know how that works out. We salute Eartha Kitt's amazing life and honor her by learning what we can from her amazing life. Thanks for joining the Change Capability Institute today.